Hello everybody, and welcome to Cataloging and Classification. I want to take a few minutes, kind of look at the syllabus, and just talk to you about what's coming up in class and this week with the module that is opening. So, on this first page you're going to find contact information, description, purpose, objectives, all of that. Know that over here where it says office hours, online by appointment, that I always have Skype open. We'll talk a little more about this when we talk about communication. But I always have Skype up on my desk while I'm here at the university. So if you need something during the day, you want to pop in, ping me, say, hey, Mrs. Huderberg, can we talk real quick? No problem. And there's this is my cell phone number that I've provided. Texts are welcome. Just make sure you tell me who you are so that when I get your message, I know who I'm talking to. And you call, whatever, but that's my cell phone number. I'm better about answering it than I am about answering the phone in my office. Just because. And then there's my email and my Skype name. Okay, so we'll go down, scroll. All right, so you have actually 2 required textbooks for this course, and they're right here. You need to get those ordered because we will start using the collection development book next week. So if you can get it by next week, that'd be great. And then the other resources will be given to you throughout the course. Any additional required materials is basically make sure that your internet works. Okay. For internet browsers, it's best to use either Firefox or Chrome. Those are the best browsers to use when working in Canvas. I will say that if you encounter a problem, something doesn't work, instead of trying a different computer, try a different web browser. Okay? And see if that fixes the problem. Sometimes the upgrades in browsers or the upgrades in Canvas have glitches that we don't anticipate or we don't know about until our students start using them. And if you do run across something and you think it needs attention, please let me know so I can pass the word along. All right. Let me see. We're going to go in time management for online courses. This is probably not your first online course. So you understand that there's time involved in doing well or doing the work to the caliber that we expect of students in graduate school. So since this is, and if this is your first time in an online course, know that what you're doing is equivalent to a night course that you might come to on campus. And, when we took the traditional graduate school courses, you'd come one night a week. The course would be 3 hours long. You'd be in class for 3 hours. Then when you left, you might have anywhere from maybe 2 to 5 hours, depending on the week, of homework just for that one course. So realistically, for this course, you can be asked to spend between 5 and 8 hours working on learning content, assignments, and all of that, just for this one course. So know that's there. Also know that it takes discipline to get yourself to spend that time. So you need to have a plan. And one thing that I always recommend is, since this is a Monday to Monday course, this course will open, all new content will open on Monday. I'm going to encourage you to come in on Monday, probably afternoon. The class will be posted by noon on Mondays. So come in sometime afternoon or even Tuesday morning and check and see what's been added, what are my directions, what are you expected to do. Is there any technology that maybe you should check and make sure works or not? So, give yourself 30 minutes, whatever, just kind of peruse through the module and make a plan for the week. How are you going to tackle what's expected of you? And then because I know that some of us, our weeks are full, and so we do our schoolwork on the weekends. I am almost not a graduate student anymore. Hopefully by the beginning of February, I can send you all a message and say, hooray, I can put doctor before my name. But I understand the pressure of being a student, of being a mother, a wife, a full-time employee, and everything that goes along with all that, okay? So I understand that. We have to schedule our time as it fits in our life. And sometimes that means Saturdays, Sundays, those are the days we have to work. I just want you to come in on Monday when the content opens and make a plan so that when it gets to be Saturday or Sunday, you're not going, oh my gosh, this isn't working. I don't know what to do. So that you've got time to check and make sure the technology's working, to make sure that Mrs. Huderberg didn't accidentally miss a link that's broken, or there's something that you need some clarification on that you need to ask questions about before you get to your time where you set aside to work, because you want that time to be productive. You don't want to be trying to put out fires when you're trying to get work done, read, watch videos, do that kind of thing, okay? So, that's my suggestion to you. All right. And then make sure you check Canvas. I try to send an email, a Canvas message. Hopefully you have your notifications set up so that if a change is made in Canvas, you get pinged somehow, whether it's a text message, an email, whatever, so you know that, oh, wait, there's been a change. I better check that real quick. Okay. I have no requirement that you're in Canvas every day, all week, because that's totally unrealistic for you, for me, for everybody. So, use your time wisely. All right. Here we go. That's good. Enough of that. Now, I do want to spend some time talking about communication. And the first thing is right here, number 1. It says each Tuesday at 3:30. The more I've thought about this, and the more I'm thinking that Tuesday at 3:30 might not be the best day or time for any of us. I mean, it's okay for me, but I know a lot of schools are not out much before 3:30, so getting your kids out the door and kind of taking a break and a breather before this would be very stressful. Some of us are not even done with school until 3:45, maybe 4 o'clock. So this doesn't work. Some of us coach. There's just stuff. So I'm thinking I don't like 3:30. So my plan is to put up a little poll in Canvas and to ask you, okay, if you could pick Monday evening at this time, or Tuesday evening at this time or this time, which one would you pick? And then we'll go with the majority. Because if you want to take part in these kind of weekly, it'll be conversations, it'll be you getting to ask me questions about, assignments or upcoming assignments, clarifying information that might not be, clear in Canvas, asking if there's another way that, that could be presented, whatever. I might have questions for you. I might take a book and say, hey, I have this book, and maybe we're talking about collection development. Would you put this book, and I'll tell you beforehand that we're going to talk about a certain book, but, would you put this book in your library? Why not? Is it good for your grade level, why would it fit your patrons better than this person's patrons, that kind of stuff. So just kind of talking a little bit about the content as well, okay? So those will last, hopefully, my plan is for them to last no more than an hour. Just depends on how the conversation goes and who's there, right? And they're not mandatory, but if you want to participate, I want you to be able to participate. So that'll be something we'll do every week. But this time right here that's showing on the screen right now is going to change. Just know that that's going to happen because I just don't like that 3:30 time the more I've thought about it since I posted the syllabus. Okay, but I want you guys to kind of have some input on when we actually do that time together. Right? And number 2, again, I have Skype open all the time. So if you want to ping me a little, instant message and say, hey, Mrs. Huderberg, got a minute? I can, if I'm here, say yay or whatever. Okay? I try to check emails. And did I accidentally delete? I did. I accidentally deleted when I check them during the day. So that'll be a change too. Oops. There's going to be an addition right here. During the day, I try to check email at like 10 in the morning and at 3 in the afternoon. So know that there's a couple times during the school day that if you send a question, I can answer. In the evenings, during the during the week. I'll try to check those about 9-ish in the evening so that there's a time in the evening where I also check and answer questions in the evenings. Weekends, I'm a little more sporadic on the weekends just because it depends on what the weekend looks like. And I'll try to do twice on Saturdays, morning and then the evening. And then Sundays, probably just once and probably in the evening if I check it at all. Trying to give myself one day of a week where I'm kind of offline and not working. So I do get your emails on my phone, and so if I see something that looks like an emergency, I tend to answer those, but kind of just run-of-the-mill questions will probably wait, if I got them on weekend, probably wait until Monday to answer those if it's not anything that's pressing and needs to be answered immediately. Okay, so just know that that's how I'm going to do the email communication on weekends. All right. Then, assignments should be, crossing my fingers, graded and with feedback back to you the week after you've turned them in. So if you turn them in on like next Monday, by the Monday after that, hopefully I have them all graded and back to you with feedback. The class is not too big, so that should not be an issue. Just depends on how things, the fruit basket gets upset. But I'll let you know if there's going to be a delay. Because I know I've been a student, so I understand wanting that feedback and knowing how you're progressing before you move on to the next assignment, project, whatever, in the course, right? And then when we use blogs or discussion boards, I'm going to be, and I keep finding little oopsies. Oh, here, I didn't want to do that. Sorry. In the formatting that I didn't catch before I posted this to you. So there'll be an updated version of the syllabus put in class as well. But it's just talking about how, to me, discussion boards are meant to be more about your conversation. Not me saying, oh, yes, you're right, you're wrong, but you talking about the topic or the question that I've posed. So I'm going to try to be involved on a little more limited basis. I might pop in and put a comment here and there. It won't be to everybody or everything. And that will probably even diminish a little bit as the semester goes by. At the beginning, I want to kind of work to help get the conversation rolling. That it's not just you answering the question and that's it and you never come back. But it's your response and then your response to other classmates and then your response to their responses. So we want it to evolve into a conversation about a topic. All right. And there will be a final exam in this course. Don't panic. It's an open note, open book, open resources, whatever you need to help you answer the questions. Final. But it is a final exam. Just because the nature of the course lends itself to that mode of assessment. Okay? But no stressing, because you'll get a study guide, and you can use anything you need. So, all right. Okay. Late assignments. If you've had me before, you know I'm flexible as long as you communicate with me. Communication, communication, communication. We've got to communicate. In fact, you'll probably hear from me more than you want to. But I believe in frequent communication so that we know what's going on and what to expect from each other. All right? So if you see life's getting in the road and you need another few days, talk to me and we can work something out. Not a problem. Okay? Make sure when you're doing your written work, complete sentences, capitalization, punctuation, all that stuff, be professional. You're graduate students in graduate school. I expect that caliber of work. All right. Everything else, with some policies, university policies, and things that you need to be aware of. Okay. And then we have a little schedule here of what you might expect during this course. And we're starting on Monday. Courses from Monday to Monday. We're going to work with Introduction to Cataloging, just kind of get familiar, getting our feet wet during the first week. And then starting on the 18th, we're going to jump into collection development. In the past, I've done it the other way, and I decided to flip-flop that because I want us to start from, well, probably if you're a first-time librarian and you walk in, you're not just going to automatically start cataloging books because you might not have any books to catalog because there haven't been any ordered yet. So you need to understand the process of how do I get books that need to be processed. So we're going to start from that angle, okay? So we're going to start with collection development, and then we're going to move into, we'll talk about policies and procedures, and then we're going to get towards the end of the semester, the middle, to the actual cataloging part of it. And hopefully it's all kind of logical and makes sense and flows together well. All right, so dates might change just depending on where we're at and how we're going, but this is our schedule for now. Each major topic will have its own assignment. So there may be certain things that I ask you to do during here, but there will be one, probably call it one big collection development assignment that you'll turn in at the end of this section. Okay, there'll be one assignment you turn in at the end of the policies and procedures section. So there'll be one, well, you have this cataloging in action. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major assignments, and then the final is how it will work. There may be small, like checkpoint quizzes, activities that I have you do, discussion boards possibly here and there to add a few more points, but there'll be those 5 major assignments throughout this semester. Right. And then we have the standards. You can read through those. And that's pretty much it with the syllabus. So this week, as you look down at the bottom of this page, you will see some directions. Please follow all those directions. You need to introduce yourself. You need to participate. There's a discussion board. There is an assignment that you need to get started, and in that assignment, you'll be interviewing a school librarian. So you need to check and see what that is, so that you make sure you get an appointment, and you're not waiting until the last minute to do that. There is a couple of other modules that talk about some course information and also important information for you as students at the university that you kind of need to peruse and look through. And if you have any questions about what I've talked about here or what's in the syllabus, let me know, and we can work through that together. And I look forward to a fabulous, fun semester of learning, and I hope you enjoy this course.